Jimmy and Jey Uso will finally go head to head into battle against each other on the grandest stage of them all at Wrestlemania 40 in just under 26 days time. The rivalry has been simmering for most of this year and the back half of last year, since last year's SummerSlam when Jimmy Uso cost Jey Uso his shot at undisputed Universal WWE Championship and more recently for the Intercontinental Championship. Jimmy has been constantly jealous of his brother's exploit as a singles competitor, and this match at Wrestlemania 40 will be a testament to their rivalry, but also a chance to prove themselves of who is the better Uso. If you guys are new to the channel, please do come on in. Welcome. Please make sure you subscribe to the catch to help grow the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Like, and also make sure you turn on those post notifications so you never miss another video. The feud between the Usos has been set in stone since they lost the unified WWE Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania 39 to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in night one of last year's WrestleMania. That loss set the seeds of dissension between the Usos and the rest of the Bloodline, culminating in the Bloodline Civil War match at Money in the Bank, with Jey pinning Roman, becoming the first person in 3 years to do so. After Jimmy was taken out by the Bloodline in an attack by Solo Sikoa, the ever popular and more emerging Jey Uso challenged Reigns to a tribal combat match at that year's SummerSlam. Unfortunately, Jey would come up short in that match when Jimmy would interfere, turning on his brother with a couple of super kicks and allowing Roman Reigns to retain his championship. As a result, Jey Uso would then get his revenge on Jimmy and the rest of the Bloodline, super kicking them on an episode of SmackDown before turning to the camera and saying, "I'm out of WWE, I'm quitting, I'm done." However, he would be brought back to the WWE by Cody Rhodes, who would trade him to Raw for a SmackDown superstar at a later date, which eventually turned out to be Kevin Owens. By going to Raw, Jey Uso was set for a fresh start and a chance to build new relationships, but also repair old bridges. And while he successfully did this with the likes of Seth Rollins, he was less successful with his relationship repairing job with Drew McIntyre, who still holds a grudge against him for costing him at Clash of the Castle in 2022. With Jey's popularity, his new theme song and tagline "Main Event Jey Uso" got him over with the fans, and his high caliber of matches proved he belonged as a top player on the Raw roster. Jimmy, on the other hand, returned to the Bloodline also with a new theme song, but acting as more of a second in command to both Solo and Roman, and serving as comedic relief at times within the Bloodline in various backstage segments. Jimmy, however, could not let the fact that Jey had gone away from him and left him in the Bloodline, and his constant jealousy of Jey's ever-growing popularity and status as a single star led Jimmy to get even more jealous and quite angry at his brother Jey for being more of a success than him. And so Jimmy decided to cost Jey the undisputed tag titles he'd won with Cody Rhodes to the Judgment Day on Raw, and more recently he cost him in his match against Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Jey, fed up with his twins' constant interference, challenged Jimmy to a match at WrestleMania 40, which Jimmy dutifully accepted on the next episode of SmackDown. Brothers fighting each other at WrestleMania has happened in the past. Iconic match of those is Bret v Owen Hart at WrestleMania 10, in a match which between the two siblings had been a flashpoint for much of that year. And then again at WrestleMania 25, the Extreme Rules match between Matt and Jeff Hardy, who had been going at each other's throats for most of 2009. These are just some examples of siblings fighting each other on the grandest stage of them all, which is just another example of some excellent storytelling of both the Bret vs Owen feud, the Jeff v Matt feud, and potentially what's happening with the Jimmy vs Jey feud. Personally, I think the Jimmy vs Jey Uso match at WrestleMania 40 does require some form of stipulation. Probably either a street fight or an I Quit match, leaning more towards an I Quit match, with another caveat of Rikishi, their real life father, being the special guest referee in that match. I just think that'd be some very unique storytelling on WWE's part. And also, you got to take into consideration that Jey never wanted to fight his brother, but Jimmy has constantly kept screwing him out of opportunities for championships, such as the tag titles a while back and the Intercontinental title more recently, which I've already mentioned in this video. Now Jey really has no choice and wants to put an end to his brother and free himself, hence why I think they should only have one match, and this is why it needs to have a stipulation so that there is no follow-up match. Got to make this match as emotional as possible. Jimmy and Jey need to literally beat the crap out of each other. Like, let them bleed. If there's ever one match to have blood, in a match, let it be this one. After the match, they can, cry and embrace and walk off together, ending the brother versus brother feud after one match, similar to how Owen and Bret Hart did it at WrestleMania 10. But also, I think the match needs to happen on night 2 as well. Jimmy and Jey can, they can help their respective sides on night 1 in the tag team match between Rock, Roman, Cody and Seth. But after their match, they can realize that Roman is their common enemy. And then they join forces on night 2 to attack Roman in the main event, helping Cody win and ending the tribal chief once and for all. And then after Mania, you can do one of two things. You can either reform the Usos, which I don't think they'll do, or you can have them continue going as single stars whilst keeping that brotherly bond between them. I think Jey being a single star has really helped his own popularity as a singles competitor, and Jimmy's also showing that as well. And I think, these brothers who were once a great tag team can really make it as main event level single stars in their own right on the WWE roster. And the best part about all of it is that at the end of it, the Usos are stronger than ever, and the man who got them into this mess, Roman Reigns, has lost everything, and that will also probably signal the end of the bloodline. Summarized, I think this match will be generational, not only in the history of WrestleMania, not only in the history of families fighting each other, but I think also within the Anoa'i family, because it's such a large family dynasty. To see a caliber of this match happening at WrestleMania between two brothers who are, bonded by, blood, by love, by family is, something that's going to put the whole Anoa'i family, something to look forward to, but also to sort of show how strong their family is and how much they have given to the WWE business as a whole. But that has been the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please do remember to like, share and subscribe so you never miss another video, and I'll see you with another video very shortly. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you later.